Hey guys, Farrell here. Recently, I took a trip to the Alps and I took a broken camera. Let's talk about it. So, we had a trip fast approaching with the family to Austria. We were going to be skiing in the Alps, and as much as I wanted to shoot film, I didn't want to take my Nikon F3. She's a hefty girl, and realistically it's not something I would comfortably have in my jacket pocket while skiing. So with very little time left, I decided to see if I could get anything in the thrift shops. Locally to me, I managed to get hold of a near mint condition Olympus Trip 35. Now these are fantastic cameras and they are super lightweight. Very user friendly, however, there was a problem. The price? Very cheap, not an issue, only £30. The problem is the aperture blades are stuck. Now upon inspection, other than the aperture blades being stuck, everything else seemed absolutely fine with this camera. There were no red flag issues, the built-in lens meter had a lens cap on to keep it protected, which is one of the biggest flaws with this camera. So I took a gamble. Realistically, I knew I'd be shooting in mostly snowy conditions, where the camera would deem it as being overexposed anyway. Having a camera that's pretty much indefinitely stopped down wasn't the biggest of my concerns. Now I've had some experience with the Trip 35 before, and I knew this wasn't too complicated a repair, but I also knew I didn't have time to actually get it done. So I decided to take a gamble, and I took this camera with me to the Alps. For reference, this isn't a review of the Trip 35, that's something I can do at a later point. When I say near mint condition, I mean it. This thing is an absolute looker. However, lack of aperture control is an issue. With everything else on the camera seeming to be fine, I decided to take a gamble. I knew that these cameras only shoot in one of two set shutter speeds, and on its auto mode, it would normally select quite a high aperture in that kind of environment anyway. So I popped it in the bag, ready to go. Not wanting to risk on losing all of my film images, I also took my everyday carry Minolta camera with me. I did manage to drop the camera once while I was there, hence it now having a slightly bent filter ring. But hell, my cameras are to be used and not to be stuck in the cabinet. Being almost half the weight of my Nikon F3 meant that this was just such an easy camera to have with me all the time. While we were there, I shot 2 rolls of gold on the Olympus Trip and I shot 2 rolls of Agfa Vista on the Minolta. But did the Trip images work out? They absolutely did. I got a lot of keepers from this. Now don't get me wrong, some of the images that I tried to shoot indoors or without sufficient light did turn out a lot darker and not necessarily usable. I did lose a few images because of this, but overall, I got a lot of keepers from these rolls. I was quite surprised by how many keepers I got. Anyway, I got lucky in this situation but because I know the Olympus Trip, so I know what flaws to look out for and I know what I can work with and without. Overall, fantastic little camera, fun little adventure. Would I do it again? Probably. However, now I've actually got the time to get this little bugger repaired and keep it with me for the next adventure. If you have any experience with the Olympus Trip, let me know down in the comments, or if you have a favourite film stock. Are you a fan of gold? Let me know. Alright, till the next video. Peace.